This week, Tyler,
Yes.
we should talk. Like, what if this week? What if we talk?
What if
This week?
what if zombies?
What if zombies? Actually, that's one of my least favorite things. I don't like zombies.
Like at all?
No,
Did you read World War Z?
I'm not a fan.
The book was pretty good.
Yeah, I actually did.
Yeah. It was nothing. Like they
No,
literally took the
oh,
title
gosh.
from the book and then made a movie.
Not one bit.
Not one bit.
Now, there's only one scene in that. There's two scenes in that movie that I liked, and Brad Pitt's.
He's great. Bradley William Pitt. It's actually William Bradley Pitt.
William Bradley Pitt.
Troy. William Bradley Pitt Troy. Eric Bana. Eric Bana.
Oh,
Jolie.
yeah. Always.
Aniston Paltrow. He took on the last name. What if he absorbed the powers of all the women he's
Bruce
dated?
Lee.
Bruce Lee. Yeah, he beat Bruce Lee. He's the only man to ever beat him.
Bruce Lee, only man to ever
was
do
a
it,
good
besides him
movie.
and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That was a good movie. We should do Quentin Tarantino films as like a...
Oh yeah, he only has one more.
Ever? That he's going to do?
Yeah, he only has a certain number of films he's going to do. So
Then what is he gonna
He has
do?
one more. Nothing.
That's so weird.
He's going to be very critical of everyone else.
So he's going to be an X Factor. I'm Simon
A
Jones.
judge.
No,
A
that's Simon
judge.
Jones.
We are talking about What If.
What if? Okay, and What If is a...
What If is on Disney Plus.
Okay,
It is a... Well, I actually have some of these comics.
What If is a
The
comic series?
original. Oh yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it did. What If started off as a comic book series, and then they also did another one with DC called Elseworld. So Elseworld was like, hey, what if? Which is interesting because you can't say it without saying what if. It was like, what if Bruce Wayne was struck by lightning, like for the Flash? So they swapped things out. Oh, they had another one like, what if Batman was actually a vampire?
So this
So
is...
that's DC's version of What If, which
Okay.
is Marvel's.
Did they get this idea from that one episode of Friends where it's like, what if Rachel got married?
Oh,
What if
gosh.
Monica never lost weight? What
Yeah.
if Chandler had quit his job?
Throwbacks.
Do you remember? Is that what it's
Yeah.
about? Okay, I thought
it's
they got that.
kind of like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's really
Superhero
cool.
movies get
They got it
stuff
from
from
Friends. They did. They absolutely
It all
did.
starts here.
Yeah. Well, you know what would have been, and we should actually do like a What If episode of what if Joseph Tilley had never done our intro music.
Oh, what if I forgot that we hadn't done that yet this episode?
Well, we don't have to worry about that.
No,
we
because
haven't.
you remember, because you're responsible.
We haven't. Well,
And
you're my conservatorship
I'm a
oversight.
kite flying in a hurricane. James Bond.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Tyler and Neil Explain Everything podcast. Now officially your fourth favorite podcast. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you go to patreon.com/explain everything to get exclusive episodes. Looks like we made it.
It really does look like we made it. I mean, what else would this look like if we hadn't made it?
There's
What-
only one reason.
When do we promote the Patreon giveaway?
we can
The
do whatever we want.
$201.
Yeah.
How we can tell them how they could win $200.
We can
$201.
tell you how to win. I'm probably the most amount of money that you've ever seen
Yeah. This is
in
the most,
one time.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever held $201 at once? You have to carry a briefcase.
And if that thing isn't handcuffed to your wrist, your head better be on a swivel.
Yeah. Hey, question. Whenever I mail this person this $201, all in twos, by the way, except for I'll rip 1 2 in half. And I'm going to draw a picture of a briefcase
Oh my
and tape it
gosh.
around the money. Don't let me forget that.
Okay.
Don't you dare
do
let
it.
me forget
Don't do
that.
it.
How can you win $201?
How can
I
you?
mean, they could look at it instead of like, oh, I want to get twice. Oh, do we need to do
you want
the
me to
thing?
push the thing?
Yeah,
I can
push the
push the
thing.
thing.
Oh my
do it.
gosh. I'm sorry. Ooh, Tyler, shut
Hey,
up.
Explain Everything listeners. It's giveaway time. We're giving away $201, and all it costs you is a $3 subscription to patreon.com/explain everything. $3 could win you $201, bro. That's 67 times return on your investment. I learned that from Tyler's YouTube math channel.
Hey, baby.
Now get over there and subscribe. We're picking one lucky Patreon subscriber to win $201 on patreon.com/explain everything. Looks like you made it.
So somebody could look at like, oh, I enjoy the podcast. I would like twice as much of that.
Yeah,
Cool,
that's
$3 a month.
That's a pretty good way to do it.
It's way, it's the undervalue, overpriced, whatever. I don't know what the terms are. Or they could look at it like, oh, it's a $3 raffle to win $201.
That's how I would look at it.
Like right now,
because you told me to.
If they sign up, they have right now a 25% chance of winning. 1 in 4 chance of
Oh
winning
my
$201.
gosh.
Patreon.com/explain everything.
Okay, so every Monday we come out with a brand new episode here on our main account, our main page, but we have a Patreon, which we are explaining pop culture, and a new episode drops on our Patreon on Thursdays.
Every Thursday.
So if you don't have that or you don't have access to it, all it costs is $3 a month.
Are we just used car salesmen at this point? I think we are.
At this point, yes.
We're just used car salesmen.
I have some long distance calling cards that you are going to love.
You're gonna love.
And so are your friends.
We both have vehicles that have had rods blow out the engine.
Oh my
Within the past year of each other. Not fun.
My truck caught on fire.
Yeah, and my Prius did a year ago.
It's gone. Yours is gone. We got nothing.
Our pets are falling. Oh my gosh.
We're done here.
We did it.
Our
All right.
job
If you want,
is done.
patreon.com/explain everything. Just don't be trash bag. Go do it. Okay.
there it is.
Let's move on. Who cares?
So
who cares about us?
What If is Disney Plus. There were 9 episodes that started back in the summer. And the majority of this series was used to pretty much explode the multiverse wide open, literally and figuratively.
What does that mean?
I mean, literally.
Neil, I'll do my own research. Thank you very much.
It's funny when somebody says like they go, man, it literally whatever. I'm like, did it
not
literally do it or did it actually do it?
You literally mean figuratively.
So there are 9 episodes, which is going to be a little bit there. This is if you haven't watched this yet, there are spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
This is
Quit
spoilers.
watching.
Spoilers.
Go. I'll add you to my Disney Plus account like I do all my friends. Hey, what up, Jared, Mark, and Neil?
There are more people there than are on our Patreon.
Ride of a lifetime.
So here are the 9 episodes that came out this year. What if Captain Carter was the first Avenger? What if T'Challa became Star-Lord? What if the world lost its mightiest heroes?
Okay.
What if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands?
Okay.
What if zombies?
Not great.
What if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark?
Pretty good.
What if Thor were an only child?
Not great.
Annoying. What if Ultron won?
Really good.
What if the Watcher broke his oath?
Good conclusion.
Yeah, good. So it's directed by Brian Andrews and written by A.C. Bradley. Those two did all of them.
AC Bradley's pretty cool.
Yes,
Because AC.
Yeah,
Air conditioner. See what I did there? Pretty cool.
I didn't see that coming.
I'll be here all week.
Sometimes he surprises me too, you guys.
Yeah, sometimes I have to explain it because it doesn't make a lot of sense.
So her entire goal, her pitch to get this job, what got her the job to be able to start the What If series on Disney Plus was based on her creating the Guardians of the Multiverse. That was her idea. You remember how we said in the James Bond, like, hey, what's Christopher Nolan's, who you love and I love?
I do love him. We cleared that up on the which Patreon? That was the James Bond Patreon.
Wasn't it? That's on our Patreon.
Yeah. Neil for a month thought I hated the greatest director of our generation.
It hurt me. But I was like, that can't be. But
no,
okay.
I wanted him to make the movie.
Yeah. We want
because he's so good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That hurts that you said that.
It makes sense.
Gosh, that hurts bad.
We're back.
Dunkirk.
And we're back. So she came up with this concept. This was her pitch. And the reason that they let the Watcher intervene is because if the multiverse is destroyed, he would have, that's actually why they let him do it. Like they, and this is on a track. That's what I didn't understand at the beginning of this. When you watch the first one, I didn't like the first one.
Which one was the first one? It was Captain. It was okay.
It was like, I was like, is this supposed to be funny? Or is this, it was weird.
Yeah.
Like, why is there a 10-foot, it's seemingly 10-foot tall Captain Carter? It just was odd to me. And I was like, I don't know. Now, I didn't watch the first one when it first came out. I watched the first one and then the second one.
I like the second one a lot, in my opinion.
I was like, oh, this I'm into.
You know, in the Taika Waititi episode that we did,
yeah,
I think it was a Patreon one, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whenever we did that, I referenced remember the rock fist that the dude has, and that
Korg.
That no. Yeah, Korg's fist, but it was who's the bad guy in that one? It was Benicio del Toro's character.
Oh yeah. The Collector.
The Collector, yes. Yeah. Anyways, he had the fist.
You.
I referenced in that, and you were like, "Oh, I didn't watch it."
that was the sound that we made. Yes.
Yeah.
So the reason why they let the Watcher intervene in this thing is because if the multiverse goes away, something that he is not only his job, but what he likes doing is watching his heroes.
Yeah.
It's almost like he had a bunch of friends.
It's almost like he has a Disney Plus subscription.
Yeah. Oh. All of his heroes.
Sponsored by Disney Plus, but only my account, and you get it for free.
Only his.
I want to add all you to my Disney Plus account,
oh, gosh.
so I can kick my kids out.
So this was actually supposed to be 10 episodes. It's only 9.
Which one they cut?
Very intriguing. So COVID is what cut it short. They just weren't able to get to it. So they had an episode about Gamora in season 1. It was done. It's finished by the time these last ones came out, but they couldn't get it done in time, so they had to pull the plug.
But are they ever going to show it?
It will be the first one of next season.
Oh, so they're doing a season 2?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Season 2 is coming. Yes.
Is it going to be centered around Guardians of the Multiverse, or is it?
It's that and then some, and we'll get into all that.
Okay, cool.
It's going to be really good.
Wow, I love that I have no knowledge.
So that
of
one,
anything.
no. See, that's we.
I am playing the audience,
Nope,
and I have no knowledge. Neil, you are expert. Explain everything.
So Tony and Gamora, they work together in the MCU. They never actually interacted together.
Oh, that's right.
They were never together.
No, because she.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, is a weird.
So what's something that is also weird? Like you're like, wow, somebody has this much time that they spend on one of these movies. You don't realize, oh wow, those two people never interacted. Zendaya is in Dune, and she only worked on that film for 7 days.
In Dune?
Dune, the movie. She's like a main character with Timothy.
How did she do it? She just filmed.
She flew out to the desert with them and filmed for 7 straight days, and that was it. And she's done, which is so odd.
That's awesome.
Kind of wild. Yeah, I mean, it's like that's and she's on the red carpet.
That's what we do for this podcast. We film for 7 days, and that's the whole year. You're like, this feels outdated because we filmed it 9 months ago.
I hope that what we just said is relevant. We don't know. So it was supposed to be those 10 episodes. So Gamora is now Thanora. Thanora.
Is that her name? Because she's Thanos Gamora?
and Gamora, right?
But they call her that?
Yeah, that's what this one is going to be. So Thanos and Gamora. It's why didn't we see her in the season finale, which is interesting. Mm-hmm. So if there were 10 episodes and they just pulled it out of the 9 or out of the 10, and so they're only 9. When you get to the end, why don't we see Gamora in
the earlier episode? She's the only one.
The last episode. Why?
Wait, you don't see her in the last episode?
Why is she not in episode 9, which is the last one that we just saw?
Sorry. Wait, she was in that.
No.
She fought the dude.
Yeah, I think there's a part of it where that she's actually not. There's somebody said that it could be that she suffers the same fate again. I don't understand necessarily how the Soul Stone works or whatever, but there's one universe where she still is like trapped in that same fate where she's going to die for the Soul Stone, that type of thing.
Okay,
I don't get it.
It's very interesting, but also I'm very confused.
I'm very confused.
I kind of like that they left that out because it was very predictable when he's going and grabbing all these people, and then you see 2 people you have not seen in the series. It was like they did 3 or 4, and then they went. It's like in Little Giants when they're walking down the railroad tracks picking up the players, and then you see one that you have no
like,
context for, and you think, oh, Iron Man. And he was like, no, I'm here for Gamora.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, great. I like Gamora.
That is
what is Gamora?
What is when?
Why?
So they wrote these stories. This was written in 2018.
Oh, sheesh, that was 3
That's before Avengers Endgame came out.
Oh, wow.
That is how far ahead Marvel is on
They're so hot right now. So good.
Tyler loves that.
I love that.
They're planned out for a long time. So if you think about that, like we're watching things, there are things that we just saw that hadn't come out 3 years ago, which is just like they didn't even know how some of this other stuff, and they don't get the writers and directors don't get full access to everything. They said they were learning things in Avengers Endgame that they didn't even know were actually going to happen.
That's awesome.
So they were doing something a little bit separate. So writers and directors, they worked all the way back on the writer and director of this one worked all the way back on the first Avengers. They had ideas that they wanted in the first Avengers movie that didn't get used, and they are starting to put them in here.
Because they have liberty to do anything they want. The multiverse is incredible.
Yeah. So season 2 is actually already written. It's already done. As far as the writing, it doesn't include any Disney Plus shows. So there is no what if for WandaVision. Okay. Loki, the Disney Plus series, it actually paved the way for what if because they couldn't introduce the multiverse truly fracturing until after they had the variant, the timeline, all that kind of stuff. So that had to go. Yep. It's confirmed that next season will include, and the thing they're most excited about is they will include Shang-Chi.
Incredible.
Black Widow, which they already have done, and the Eternals will be
great.
Heavily featured, which is pretty cool. So episode 9, which I think they should call it well, how the tables turn. The turntables, whatever. Doctor Strange Master Supreme, or Supreme Sorcerer, he is like that version that we see in What If. He will actually, that character will show up in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
That's awesome. That's a good character.
Live action. Oh,
that is a great character.
He's scary. Like that was a
he's
dark
jacked. He's got
episode.
way too much of that like church softball goatee going on. It's like that's how you know he's
I don't
yelling,
trust that guy.
yelling at the people in the stands, church softball intensity. That's what he is.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
So the Watcher, there is actually more than one Watcher. There are Watchers. This is just the Watcher.
Because there was a reference in one of the Marvel movies that Stan Lee was reporting to the Watchers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yes.
So that's the same Watcher, but that was live action.
Okay.
So this is the
But he's
the
one
exact
of
same
them.
thing. Yeah.
That's great.
Which is kind of wild. So his name, where do I have it in here? I have his name is in there
By the
somewhere.
way, while you're okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, keep going.
That's all right.
Okay, I'm the worst. When the Watcher, you know when he's in that little like hallway and then Dude Man busts through, that gave off very like Matthew McConaughey, not Inception. What's it called?
Interstellar.
Interstellar vibes, like where he's back there playing the like keys and pushing the dust.
No way.
That's what it reminded me of. Whenever he's doing
keys
that.
and pushing the dust.
I don't know what it was. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
You're right. It actually did look like what it would be like
Yeah.
if you got caught into a black hole.
Yeah, it makes total sense. And we know that's what it looks like because Christopher Nolan told us. Go
Chris
ahead.
told us that. God bless him.
Mhm.
His name. So he is an immortal.
Who is?
The Watcher. His name is Uatu. Uatu.
Okay. Watiki.
Uatu. He is an immortal. He's not an eternal. So
Okay.
he is actually way more powerful than the Eternals are.
Okay.
The Watcher, I think you noticed this, he gets closer every single episode.
Yep. And he gets seen by Doctor Strange at one point.
Yep. They're like,
And then
wait
he
a minute,
gets
what's
seen
going
by
on?
Thanos or what's his name?
Ultron, Thanos. Yeah. So what's interesting is they switched the order of episode 5 and 7. And the reason why people know it, that we didn't know it before, and then they confirmed it, because he is closer in what we have now is episode 5 than he is in 7. So he starts moving closer, and they switch those two around. All of a sudden, he was a lot closer, and then he goes back
Okay.
because they switched them because of the order of it.
Okay.
By taking 10 out. Actually, it wasn't 10. It would have been 8.
Mm-hmm.
They changed things up a little bit. And so Fantastic Four, number 48, has the Watcher in it. I actually own this comic. It is the first appearance of Silver Surfer. It's
how much does that sell
if
for?
it were in mint condition, it's well over $75,000.
Okay. Is yours in mint?
Absolutely. not.
Pretty close.
It's a 5.6.
Oh, it's still not bad.
It's not bad.
Probably
It's
probably
fine.
what, 5-10 grand?
I was a 5.6 in junior high.
It's really good. Neil 5.6 Great House. That's what they used to call you. That's good.
Totally. Yeah. The Watcher, he gives these guys, you notice how he gives them a special force field in that one, that last episode?
No. Dr. Strange gave him that.
Oh, Doctor Strange gave
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Sorry, you're right. Yes. There's something really intriguing about the way that kind of like hung around them.
Mhm.
If you watch the Eternals trailer, the one that just came out, they have like little force fields.
Well, it
that are
looks
around
like
them.
that around Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So supposedly she's the strongest one out of all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Of the Eternals.
Then isn't she like Thanos' mom? Isn't there like a rumor that she's Thanos'
wow.
mom?
I don't
Because
know.
that one dude that looks like a skinny, tall blue, Thanos like grabs her and pulls her in the air. The rumor is that those two had
Wow.
Thanos because he's a celestial.
Yeah, I don't know. So you have Immortals, you have Eternals, you have Celestials,
All I care about is who is Bill Russell.
and then you have backups.
And then you have Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Oh,
A lot of people know this. Chris Pratt cusses.
Pratt.
Pratt attack.
Pratt.
The Pratticats. The Aristocrats. That's Chris
The
Pratt.
Aristocrats.
Isn't that what we made up? We made it up in a Marco Polo. The Aristocrats.
The Aristocrats.
Yeah.
So episode 9, some things to notice. 1, Tony is wearing the Hulkbuster suit in this episode.
Yep.
He's not just wearing his, which tells you something bad had happened. See, what had happened was
Well, it just means that he didn't. Isn't that whenever he doesn't need the thing in his chest, he built the suit around that, like the whole Buster?
he wants a suit of armor around the world.
That's really what kind of ruined the entire multiverse for a little bit.
Kind of did.
Yes.
Really did.
Like ice snail.
When the Watcher picks up Thor out of the audience, remember when he picks him, he like reaches down in Vegas
Yeah.
and he picks him up. He pulls him up. It is actually a throwback, and they're little subtle things. It's a throwback to when King Kong reaches down into the crowd in New York City and picks up that lady, and she's like, ah!
Yeah.
He does the exact same scream.
So did they
Exact
mean
same-
to do that, or somebody
no,
was like,
meant
"Oh, he
to-
picked up
meant
somebody"?
to do it.
Because it seems pretty broad. Like, "Oh, big guy picked up a little guy." Like,
So what they do is that you put those two clips side by side.
Yeah.
They are identical in the framing and the pacing of it.
oh, okay, that makes more sense.
So they did it. on
Okay, I'll allow it.
I'll allow that one.
In the sky, fall. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but the whole putting a computer virus, like when they had, what's the dude's name?
Oh, I don't know.
The
Jason Alexander.
That is exactly
Yeah.
what. No, it's Toby something or other is his name in real life. What is his name?
Tobey Maguire. I don't know what his name is, but I know what you're talking about.
Dang it.
The Hydra guy, the Hydra computer guy.
Yeah, whatever that thing is.
They put the
that
flash
seems
drive.
like a little bit of a cop out. Like, hey, we're going to infect it with a better virus. That's Independence Day. That is.
I mean, but how else are you going to do it? Like that's the only thing.
I
that
don't.
makes
Apparently,
sense.
no other way.
Digital and analog, bro. I don't know what that means, but
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence talked about it in a movie once. I don't remember what movie it was. That's a real strong reference.
That's solid enough. That
In
we
the
know that
chat.
it wasn't a movie.
In our 5-star podcast rating comments, tell me what movie it was
Oh,
Martin Lawrence was in where he
there it
says
is.
digital is where it's at, analog's trash.
So we see Steve Rogers at the very end of 9, and he's in the Hydra Stomper, and there is a huge group of people out there asking the question, could Steve become Peggy Carter's Winter Soldier? There's a possibility of it.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't he?
I think it'd be amazing.
Everybody's doing it. Nothing to lose.
Naturally.
I thought of it earlier and I looked it up. Nothing
Dang
to
it.
lose.
Nothing to lose.
Sorry, you're trying to be good and I'm talking about random Martin
That's
Lawrence.
all right. No, it's okay. So I have some rumors. I have some loose ends that we need to tie up. Here's a couple things. One, a rumor is, and this is a pretty substantiated rumor, that there could possibly be a live action zombie version of one of these movies.
Okay, question. Is Brad Pitt in it?
I have not. If they don't have millions of them going up over the wall,
Oh,
and
that was scary.
that scared me.
That's the only time I've been scared of a zombie movie.
They just kept coming.
Yeah. Can we have
It's
Rick
like a
Grimes?
computer was generating them.
Like kind of like, slinking around a Rick Grimes. Carl! Poof, poof, poof. Like that would be sick.
Which one do you like better? Do you like World War Z or do you like Will Smith? The I'm Legend.
Oh gosh. That one scares me. Well, okay, no. They're both the scary zombies. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
I
they're
just
not
touched your
like-
arm. That was weird. Sorry.
They're both scary
Gently touch your
zombies.
Touch your arm. Which one do I like? The movie I like better, or which zombie would I rather fight?
Which movie do you like better?
I probably liked. Oh gosh, I would say I liked I Am Legend better as a movie. I liked World War Z as a book.
As a book, yeah.
The book was really good.
Yeah, I get
but
that.
the book was nothing like the movie. It was,
So which zombie would you rather fight?
oh gosh, that's tough. I would probably say I would rather fight the I Am Legend ones because at least they don't come out in the daylight.
Yeah.
Because the World War Z ones are like,
They didn't
you're
care.
dead.
They
We
didn't
have no
care.
chance. Everyone's dead.
That
Because
scene when they get down there in the car and that cop is over there and he's like, "Hey guys, pull over." That freaked me out.
yeah, that was crazy.
I don't like auto accidents.
Yeah.
Or when you throw a rod.
Well, you also got hit by a car and
Well,
almost
whatever.
died. So
Whatever.
that's a true story.
So loose ends here. Zombie Thanos is actually, if you think about it, he's still out there in Wakanda.
Wait, Thanos was in Wakanda?
Zombie Thanos.
I don't remember that.
Is
Was that in the thing?
Wakanda? Yeah, it's in the zombie one.
When does he bust up into Wakanda? I don't remember that.
No, I can't tell.
don't remember
they
him being
show
in it.
Yeah, it's. I saw the clip of it.
Okay, I need to go look it up.
He's in Wakanda. The Age of Ultron is a comic, and that's where most of this material comes from. What's very interesting is in the way that Disney times this out. The reason why What If just finished, but it had to come after Loki, is because Eternals hits next. That hits November 5th, and that is going to play. There will be things that you will see in the multiverse. Apparently, they're like the oldest superheroes. They're like the original
Who?
superheroes, the Eternals. I don't.
But
know
they weren't.
enough
They were
about
created by the somebodies, the big, tall, scary-looking robot
it.
guys.
Smigdaloon.
Nope, not it.
That was not it.
Not it. Yeah.
thought it
Okay, I
was.
looked at the picture. I do remember Zombie Thanos, and he has all the Infinity Rings, all the Infinity stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, dang.
As a
Like
zombie.
he's kind of a little bit scary. So Eternals hits on November 5th. Hawkeye hits on November 24th. And it is a Christmas action show. Like it's actually an action movie. Like I say movie, but it's like the fact that it is
It's a
all
show,
centered
right?
around the holidays. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's is it 9 or is it 10 episodes?
At some point, can his origin story be that he's Ralph from the Red Rider BB gun movie, Christmas Story?
Yeah,
like that's
100%.
where he gets Hawkeye, he
shoots
gets
your
the
eye
Red
out.
Rider, he shoots his eye, and then he never
Bing.
misses again.
Never miss.
Never miss.
Never.
Never lost.
Yeah, so that's What If. It is definitely they're getting the majority of their I don't know. You could say the majority of their content or their source material from that comic, which is actually it is the Age of Ultron, is a comic that's out there. It's a series. It's a bunch of graphic novels. That's where they're getting most of this. It's not true to it, but it's close. If you want to know. Okay. But after this, they've already got the next one done, and I think whatever is coming next season, they said it's not. They don't think this is even going to be next year. They think it would be the year after, even though they have some of them already done.
Yeah, well, I don't want to rush them, and then they'll
get
drop
to work
an episode.
on it. Get to the pressure. You're like, well, we'll throw out episode 8. That's fine.
Leapfrog.
Yeah. So you want to do 3v3?
More than anything in the world, Neil.
We should do it.
Oh, spin move.
Juke. Welcome to the party, pal. This is 3v3.
Probably listen to that a lot longer than what it actually plays.
What do you mean?
Like when people are driving right now in their car and they're listening to that, their head, I guarantee you, their head, they're like, yeah, I'm good at basketball.
How fast? They're like, oh, their feet are moving fast. How do you listen to everything on 1.5 speed or 2 speed?
I listen to our podcast on 1.
Okay, I don't. I can't. If I listen to anything on 1, everybody sounds like they've been drinking. It sounds like happy hour. I cannot listen to human.
So if I typically listen to it at 1.4.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. 1.4.
I don't know why, but 1.5, there are a bunch of voices that somehow they seem a little bit, the pitch changes and it drives me nuts.
I do 2 speed on everything. Every single thing.
That makes total sense. You're a way faster thinker than I am.
That's not true. Not true at all.
I'm 1.4 Neil.
I'll say this: I'm much more impatient than Neil. That's 100% true. Okay.
So 3v3. What are your favorite moments from the series so far?
Yeah. Number 1 for me is my first choice. I'll do these in a random Play-Doh order.
Yeah, okay.
I'll go first. And you're not allowed to take mine.
Charcuterie board.
Whenever Ultron cuts Thanos in half, real quick.
100%. That's one of mine.
I know. I saw it, but it was on my list
before
I saw it.
No, that happened so quickly. It felt the same way. Like Sydney and I laughed. It happened, and I had the same response to during Loki, when you see the office drawer open up and there's just a bunch of Infinity Stones rattling around there with paper clips. You're like, oh my gosh, oh wow.
Yeah.
The fact that he sliced him in half, and he didn't just fall in 2 equal halves. It's like an ice cream cone melt. He goes, brr.
Yeah, he like peeled off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good. And it's like, why didn't Doctor Strange just do the circle thing and do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, what's your second?
Well, no, I did my first. You have to do your first.
Oh, no, that was mine too.
Yeah, but you can't.
They
can't draft the same player. Oh, we'll both take Markelle Fultz.
I don't have. I would say. Well, I'll say Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. Hearing his voice again, knowing that that's really him, it just made me miss him.
Yeah,
that was
big.
That was
man, he was so good. Okay, that was a good one. I like that. So I would say I loved the episode where T'Challa was Star-Lord. And I think whenever he goes and the weapon flips around, like the collector, and he's got Captain America's shield, he's got the Dwayne the Rock Johnson fist. He's got that. Like that was a good moment for me. I was like, oh, this is cool because I don't know. Like it felt like that's the point where I was like, okay, all bets are off. This is not like because the other one. I'm sorry. The Avenger one, it's like you just swap out the main dude for the chick, okay? But this one was like, oh, there's stuff that we're not going to see that they're not going to give us context for that is different. Like, how did he get the shield?
Yeah,
all that. So that was big.
I like that one. Ant-Man's head in the snow globe or whatever that was. First of all, I love Paul Rudd. The fact that it's his voice, I think is amazing. But did you ever watch Futurama?
I saw a first episode that ever aired when it aired because it was after a Super Bowl, and then like a couple other episodes.
So it's like they have all these people in the future that their head is just in a jar.
Yeah.
And they're
Dick Clark was one of them. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was doing the Rock on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Yep. I didn't like that part. It grossed me out. But it gave remember Mars Attacks? Did you ever see Mars Attacks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There was stuff about that.
That was that movie freaked me out.
Yeah, I was a little kid. I was like a teenager, like a 12 when I saw that.
That scared me.
That's probably what messed me up.
Scared me.
That's probably what messed me up, man.
Thanks. Isn't Jack Nicholson in that?
I certainly hope so. Whenever, I guess, I would say whenever Tyler finishes sentence, whenever Spider-Man got the Doctor Strange cloak, I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was good. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of the zombie episode.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of it. There were a couple things that happened in there. I was like, oh, it's kind of like when the wasp got huge and went across. I'm like, yeah, but if she dies that way, she's going to be very difficult to take down. And yeah, what do you know?
But she moves so slow.
Yeah, it's why is it? Why do all of those big giants move lumberingly slow?
Yeah.
Why are they not still fast?
But also, I didn't buy the fact that what's his name? Red dude, Paul. What's his name? What's it? The red guy?
Paul Rudd.
No, the red guy, the red superhero. Vision.
Vision. Yeah.
So the fact that Vision's going to sell off humanity because he's in love with Zombie Wanda,
that was a little
wasn't
much.
feeling that.
Yeah, it was a
and
little
Zombie Wanda's still alive.
Oh yeah, she's still.
You know, she didn't attack dude because she saw Vision in him, and so she stopped, and then we never saw her again. So
Yeah,
she's
that's
still
a
rolling
loose
around
end.
on Soulstone.
Tie
Planet
that
or whatever
loose
it was.
end up. I loved when when Doctor Strange used the the multiplication tool on Thor's hammer.
Yes.
And put like
Then a ball.
it went right on. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
It was the animation overall. I really liked because it was a combination of flat art, like line art, and also some of that 3D.
Yep.
And I liked it. Some of that CG in there was really good.
I love it. Okay.
liked it.
My last one, honestly, I didn't like the Doctor Strange episode as a whole, but I like where it ended. Like the fact that he's destroyed his whole universe, it's encapsulated, and he's just protected around this thing. I just love that. And he's got thousands of years worth of like consuming all these
gosh.
things. It's
What's
crazy.
wild about that is like they had to show that episode to be able to show later on that, hey, he can encapsulate those two dudes that are frozen in that. Yeah.
And it's like, how many lifetimes has that dude lived?
Seriously.
Doctor Strange, because now he's been chilling in that thing until the Watcher comes and gets him.
Chilling in the thing.
And you could tell whenever, what's his name? Ultron, Thanos, whatever, Ultron Infinity Stones guy, robot guy, whenever he took over and like, you know, he realized in his fight, he's like, I just have to beat you. Like Doctor
That's it.
Strange,
Yeah.
you
He singled him out.
You are by far the best out of all these people.
Yeah.
If I beat you, I win. And
You mean
so-
compared to Scarlett Johansson, her character? He was like,
Black
no,
Widow.
I need to
beat up the girl who's good at motorcycle riding.
Pew pew pew.
Yeah.
You know who would have been really cool in there is if The Rock was in there. We should really rock.
We should win the wrong run.
The question on everyone's mind, will it rock? The answer is probably yes.
So, well, if The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, that's not how you say his name.
That's Scrabble.
If The Rock Johnson was out there, that'd be different. So, would it, like, will it rock? Would this have been any better? What if? Actually, I like Jeremy.
Pivens? Entourage?
What is
Hug
his
it out.
name?
Hug it out.
What is the guy's name? Jeremy.
I know what you're talking about. The guy who played the Watcher's voice?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he does a good job.
He's from Watch World Watch. What's that thing called? The one that had a really good first
Timex.
season. He's a robot. No matter. Okay, sorry.
He's
Spoiler
a
alert.
robot. Spoiler alert. So what if what if he played the Watcher? Would that be any better? I think he'd be. So live action, yeah, but the voice, I don't think he would do it.
Here's the thing, though. Whenever you see The Rock in a movie, you have to assume he's a great fighter. Like, he's very good at fighting. And so it's almost like you see that, like, you can't think like he would be a good Thanos, because Thanos is supposed to be intimidating. But if you put him as the Watcher, while he's one of the most powerful beings of all time,
he is.
He's supposed to look subtle because he's so small. And so it's supposed to be
It's a pretty big deal.
my powers. Yeah, but that's the thing. If you see him as, it almost like he'd be like a villain, viewed as a villain if he is built like The Rock. But as the Watcher, because it's like, I know you have a lot of powers that are understood, but you also have strength. Like, I don't know.
He almost can't. So I would say he kind of looks comical. He's got this giant bald head, and I mean, The Rock has it too, but his body is massive.
Yeah.
I think it would be a little bit weird.
Do you think he works out?
Jeffrey Wright, the guy who plays
Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright.
So not Jeremy Pivens from Entourage?
Probably not.
Okay.
No. I would say in this scenario, are we saying a no to this one? Well, they would probably do CG. They would not do a fully 100%, just put a costume on him for the Watcher in live action, right? So it won't rock. Will it not rock?
Sure.
The last two did. This one doesn't.
No, get out of here,
No,
Rock.
this one doesn't.
Is The Rock supposed to play like the Green Lantern villain? Isn't he supposed to play him?
No.
Okay, I saw like a
Was he supposed to play him?
I saw a thumbnail on YouTube, and it's never been wrong. YouTube's
So
never been wrong.
DC has. So he's playing Black Adam.
That's it.
It's coming out. Oh,
Okay.
it's big. It's
Yeah.
so he's like an anti-hero. He's like, okay, this guy's bad.
He's
yeah,
like
The Rock
Vegeta
is doing that one. He's
From
doing
Dragon
what?
Ball Z. Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z.
I've never watched Dragon Ball Z.
Well, then you can get out of here because you're fired.
Hey guys, thank you for coming. This has been
did it.
explaining what if we did it. Tyler did it.
No, I didn't.
You did it.
I was barely
Hey,
doing
don't forget, go to our patreon.com and make sure you sign up to win $201 of Tyler's money.
Tyler.
What?
I mean, it's true. Patreon.com/explain everything. And we love you. Hey, how do we end this thing? Oh, that's right. We thank them
Yeah, thank you.
for attending
Thank you so much.
my TED Talk. That's my TED Talk. It's your Skyfall.
Thanks for listening to the Explain Everything podcast. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Explain Everything Podcast. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but you're already here. We love you. No, actually, we're in love with you. Thanks for coming on our TED Talk. Bye.